Please, sweetheart. The power bill is past due. My mother's voice trembled over the phone, one of those deliberate, guilt-soaked tremors she'd perfected over the years. They're threatening to cut it off. Just this once. Help us. Your sister's been going through so much. I didn't even think twice. That night, I wired $3,200. By morning, my account was nearly empty, but I told myself, family first. A week later, my cousin sent me a link with a laughing emoji. I opened it. There was my sister, poolside, cocktail in hand, a gold bracelet glinting in the sun. Caption: only real family invited. Real family. The words burned more than the money ever could. I didn't rage. I didn't call. I didn't even text. I just smiled because I finally understood what they feared most. And that evening, I quietly started preparing it. Growing up, I was the quiet one, the responsible one. My sister Leah was the golden child. Mom adored her chaos, called it free spirit. My discipline? Cold, distant, too serious. Every time Leah failed, I cleaned it up: late car payments, broken phones, bail money for a DUI she swore was a misunderstanding. Mom would always say, "She's just young. You're stronger. You can handle it." I was the family's emergency fund disguised as a son, and I wore that burden like armor until it rusted through. The shift came after Dad died. Suddenly, I wasn't a son anymore. I was an ATM. "You're the man of the family now," Mom said. "Your sister needs stability." Stability. That word became their excuse for theft dressed as love. The pool photo was just the surface. Beneath it, there were ripples I hadn't noticed before. I scrolled through Leah's page: resort dinners, spa days, luxury handbags, all time-stamped during the same months I'd sent urgent help money. Then came the real knife: a group selfie. Mom, Leah, and a few cousins smiling. Caption: family dinner. No drama. No outsiders. No outsiders. That's what I'd become. A week earlier, Mom had told me she couldn't visit, said she was too stressed and exhausted. I'd even offered to pay for her train ticket. She declined. "I already have plans," she said. I didn't need confrontation. I needed clarity, the kind that comes only when the mask slips all the way off. So I waited. Said nothing. I wanted them comfortable, unaware. Because real revenge only works when the target still believes you love them. That night, I opened my spreadsheet, the one where I'd tracked every loan and favor for years. $41,200. That's how much had quietly flowed from my account into theirs. I'd always thought of it as help. But help turns into control when it only goes one way. So I did what they'd never expect. I stopped the flow. I worked in IT, and ironically, Mom still used me as the admin for her online accounts. I had access to everything: her shared family plan, streaming services, even her backup email. I logged in, changed every password, removed my card, and cut every link tying my name to theirs. No warning. No explanation. Then I called the power company, the same one she'd cried about. Turned out the past due balance wasn't $3,200. It was $320. She'd multiplied the number by 10 for a vacation. That's when I realized I wasn't dealing with need. I was dealing with greed. And greed is best punished by silence. I started small, subtle, surgical. First, the shared family phone plan canceled. My card had been the anchor. Without it, everything shut off. By morning, Mom and Leah's phones went dark. Then the joint credit account, I froze it. Leah's luxury subscriptions disappeared. Mom's automatic debits declined. By noon, the texts began rolling in. From neighbors. From cousins. "Your mom's phone's off. Leah says the bank locked her card." I told them I'd look into it. I didn't. Next, I transferred my savings from our shared credit union to a new private bank, one with no family access. The accounts they'd leached from were now hollow shells. Then I went deeper. Dad's old life insurance had always listed the family household as beneficiary. Mom insisted it stay that way. She never realized I'd moved it into my name years ago. I simply sent the insurer a copy confirming my new mailing address. And just like that, every future correspondence rerouted to me. By evening, the system they'd built, the one where I was their safety net, collapsed. The group chat exploded. Why didn't you tell us you were changing things? What's wrong with the cards? Did you cancel the plan? I left the chat quietly. A week later, I got the call I'd been waiting for. Mom's voice wasn't trembling this time. It was sharp. You cut us off. Leah's card got declined at dinner. We were humiliated. I leaned back in my chair, calm as ever.
Mom, I said.
You told me real family helps each other. I helped for years. Maybe it's time real family helps themselves. You're being cruel, she snapped. Cruel. I repeated. You took my money for a fake bill while sipping cocktails by a pool I helped pay for. Silence. Then, it was Leah's idea. She said you wouldn't mind. I smiled. That's her problem. You raised her to believe I'd never mind. Before she could respond, I added, next time you cry over a bill, make sure it's actually due. Then I hung up. No yelling. No dramatic speech. Just truth. Clean, simple, final. They tried to guilt me for weeks. Calls from relatives. Pity posts on Facebook about ungrateful children who forget their mothers. But I didn't flinch. I'd learned something powerful. Silence is louder than outrage. A month later, Leah posted another photo. Not at a resort this time, but sitting on her porch, drink in a chipped mug. Caption: learning who's real. I didn't like it. Didn't comment. Just scrolled past, sipping my coffee. Because I was done proving my love with receipts. That $3,200 was the last transaction of the old me, the obedient son, the forgiving brother. Now, every dollar stayed where it belonged, with the one person who'd earned it, me. And every time the lights flicker in their house now, I know it's not just the power bill that's due. It's the cost of pretending family love was ever free.
They thought I'd always keep the lights on for them.
They forgot. I learned how to live in the dark.